Previously on the Owl House. Yeah, we got our powers back. Oh, man, this is the best day of my life. Hello? Lulu? Lulu? Hoot! Silence, bird. Woo! Hooty, Hootsifer. Hootsifer? Oh no, Hootsifer! Lily, what's wrong? It's Hooty, he's gone. What? How? Oh no. If you want your bird tube thingy back, guys, I think this is a ransom note. Okay, now it's time for action. No more words, time for action, and I say we attack now. No, Eda, that's what they want you to do. Now, if you just calm down. Calm down? I am calm, Lily. Well, pacing back and forth in your nest isn't gonna do anything, Edalyn. Just calm down, just breathe. Hooty may not have gone far, and even if he was kidnapped, look, Lily, I can't lose another person in the family again. I've already lost you, I lost Luce, I lost King, I lost everybody. Eda, you didn't lose anybody, we came back, and I'm sure Hooty will do the same. Yeah, right. And I think I know who took him, the ex-coven. Well, of course they did. But if we leave, the Owl House will be vulnerable. Okay, so what do we do, Miss Smarty Pants? How are we gonna get Hooty back? And how am I gonna maintain my temper if I can't turn into an owl beast or a harpy anymore? What do I do? This is driving me crazy. Eda, just calm down. Breathe. I'm sorry, Lily. It's just I can't lose anybody again. I know. But, Eda, let me ask you this. Once we find Hooty, what do we do about the ex-coven? What if they're waiting for us? What if they are planning a surprise attack on us? Which, obviously, I would know because I was in the Emperor's Coven and I understood tactics and all this stuff. So it's obvious they have a plan and they want us to be a part of it. Hey, guys. It says in the ransom note that in order to get Hooty back, we need to bring the portal. I knew it. Somebody wants the portal so they can go back to the human realm and finish what Bellows had started. But what did he start? I don't know. But who do we go and ask? Why don't we ask Matthew? I'm pretty sure... Whoa, Lily. Okay, first of all, if we involve Matthew, he may tell us everything, but then he might stab us in the back, and that's why I don't trust him. Eda, we have no other choice. If I were to go to talk to Matthew... No, you're not going alone. I will go with you, and so will Raine. But you have to promise me one thing. You have to promise me that we don't bring him with us no matter what. Eda, what if he does know something? Oh yeah, Miss Gullible Pants. Believing that Emperor Bellows was the chosen one and that you had to follow him blindly and try to capture me, you gave me a curse. Whoa, Eda, enough of the backstories, okay? Look, yes, those things happened, but we're way past that. We have our powers back. And if I were in any danger, I wouldn't be in any danger because I have my talisman, I have my magic, I am perfectly fine. Okay, but just in case, we're bringing Rainstorm. Now come on, let's go. Hey, Eda, what's the plan? The plan is you kids are gonna stay and watch the house, just in case the ex-coven comes by. Me and Lilith need to go talk to Matthew Wittebane. You mean the brother to Emperor Bellows? Yes, apparently he's the younger brother, and, well, if we don't do this now, who knows where Hooty could be, and who knows what will happen to him. So you guys have to stay and watch the house while me and Lilith and Raine go talk to Matthew. And please don't let anybody else in the house. Okay. Man, she's very upset. Yes, well, I tried calming her down, but obviously this is her calm down phase. You sure you can handle this alone? Oh, believe me, it's probably best from sister to sister. Why don't you see if you can come up with another glyph? With King, while we're gone? Okay. Gus has his dad on the news trying to help find Hooty, and Willow, her dads are helping to find Hooty. Pretty much all the adults in Bonesboro are trying to help find Hooty. But I still think it leads to one thing. The ex-coven, I know. But look, if Matthew Wittebanes knows anything, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find Hooty. Are you worried? Yes. I know Hooty is very strong, but without us surrounding him, I'm worried of what could possibly happen to Hootzifer. Hey, it's okay. Besides, I think I'm pretty sure he's beating up the guards by now. I hope so. Hoot, I'm stuck in a bag. Hoot. I'm not afraid of you, and I'm trying to be brave. Hoot. Come on, Hooty, be brave for Lulu. Be brave for Lulu. Be brave for... Ah! Who did that? Silence, bird. Oh, it's Kikimora. Freakymora. Kiki. It's Kikimora. Somebody please shut that bird tube up. Yes, ma'am. And to think a human can't do magic. So, my liege. Oh, please. You don't need to call me that, Kikimora. That was my cousin. I shall be called ruler. Oh, yes, of course, my ruler. Oh, what dost thou possess in your hand? Oh, something much needed to get to the human realm, so I can avenge my dear cousin Bellows. Tell me, my liege, my ruler, how did you get here into the Boiling Isles all those years ago? In time, Kikimora. But for now, we need to lure the Owl Lady and her sister. All for a good reason. Time will tell. All right, Matthew. What have you got to say for yourself? Eda, calm down. What happened to my Hootzifer? I swear I don't know. Man, what is wrong with you witches? It's like all of a sudden you're accusing me of something that my brother did. Look, bub, your brother is the one that pretty much destroyed our lives. And, kind of corrupted my sister at one point. Hey, you decided to join the Emperor's Coven, you idiot. Ugh, well that's because I thought I would be a superior witch. Until Bellows told me to come and capture you. Anyways, long backstory short. We're trying to find our friend Hooty. He's this long bird worm thing. He can grow about 1,000 times long, and we can't seem to find him, or we don't know where he is. Hey guys, why don't you give me... Quiet, Rainstorm. Look, I know you have something to do with Bellows, and he must have told you something of where the ex-coven could be kept. I swear I don't know anything about this ex-coven. Now would you please just tone it down a little? I have a major headache from the guards. yes, the guards can be a little, well, you get the gist. Eda, let me talk to him. Eda, are you okay? No, I'm not. I'm just really worried about Hooty, okay? How did you meet Hooty, by the way? Well, yes, I would love to hear your story so then I could possibly help find him. Alright, fine. Everybody gather around. Time for story time. Again. Well, it's just when me and Lilith were little, we were running in the woods, and all of a sudden I fell and I scraped my knee. And then Lilith, she said, with this spell declared, let the pain be shared, and next thing you know, she had a scrape on her knee. Well, I decided to adventure on into the forest while Lilith headed home to get some bandages. And then all of a sudden I look in the tree, and there's this bird tube thingy, and he's just, stuck. I think he was trying to catch a bug and he tied himself into a knot. So I did what any normal kid would do when they were saving a pet. I climbed up the tree and I undid his knot. So then after that, I didn't see Hooty until later on after me and Raine were starting to date. I decided to live in my dad's old workshop and turned it into the owl house, and of course guards were always coming after me trying to get me to join the coven, and one day they planned an attack and I was prepared for it, but what I wasn't prepared for was Hooty. Hooty just came out of nowhere and just attacked the guards, and and then he stuck himself into my door and he became my security ever since. Eda, I had no idea that's how you met Hooty. Wow, surprisingly, he didn't tell you that story? Well, some friend he is. Well, he's a better friend than I thought he was going to be. Besides, he's a lot more fun to have a hoot with. Oh, Lily, seriously, Hooty's jokes are getting to you. Wow, Eda, I had no idea that's how Hooty became your door demon. That's okay, Rainstorm. It's just I'm really concerned. Well, if there's one thing that's helpful, there was another cellmate in here that was taken away not too long ago, and she said something about a cave, and that's where the ex-coven would be meeting next. Wait, who was this person that was in the jail cell next to yours? I don't know. She looked like some sort of vile creature with claws in her hair. Kikimora. Kikimora was here? Well, yes, we put her in the conformatorium. Wait, who came and grabbed her? This weird... I don't know how to explain it, but he was wearing a mask of some sort, and claimed he was a guard, but obviously I've seen many guards where I knew that this one was a fake, but maybe it was one of the ex-coven? So that means Kikimora escaped. But who would help her? Excuse me, can somebody get me down from this, from this bag? And I'm probably dangling from a ceiling or something. I guess I could just chew a hole through it. Nope, never mind. Tastes like dirty laundry. Anybody want to chat? Chat hoot hoot hoot? Ah, shush. Ow! Jeez! Nobody wants to talk to Hooty? Ow! Hoot!
Where are they? Where are those Clawthornes sisters?
Be patient, Kiki.
But, my ruler, what if this plan doesn't work? What if they succeed?
They won't succeed. I can guarantee it. Alright, So, what do we do? Do we bring Matthew with us, or do we just leave him here? Well, obviously we can't leave him here. Well, what do you think, Raine? Well, Lilith is right. The coven could come back, they find Matthew, and then they take him to the wrong person. It's obvious we gotta keep Matthew with us. Okay, but can we really trust him? Well, that's up to you, Lily. You knew Bellows better than we did. Well, Emperor Bellows did say the things that you wanted to hear, but he never has sincerity. It was more like manipulation. And, obviously, quite the charmer. Not that I had any feelings for him. Of course I didn't. You know, he was the Emperor of the Boiling Isles. Okay, so... Fine. Put shackles on him and we'll bring him with us. But if he makes one slip up, I'm gonna kill him myself. Whoa, Eda. Don't you think that's a little morbid? Look, we don't want another Bellows in the Boiling Isles, right? Right. But no more buts, Lily. I'm ready for this. Look, we go back to the owl house, we'll bring him with us, and then we'll make a plan of action. Now, which cave, though? It's obvious. The one that we've been to, where we found Matthew, I'm pretty sure they went back there. Fine. Tell you what, I'll take Matthew with me. Lily, you go check the cave. Do not go in and do not interact. Okay, I understand. Okay, cave. Where's the cave? There it is.
Yes, now put that over there. Yes, and then we'll place the trap right over there.
Kiki. I knew it. But who is... Oh no. I better warn Eda. Hey, Lilith. Steve. Oh, you scared me. I thought for a second, you thought I was one of those guards? Yeah, right. I'm just a little undercover, you know. They even gave me shoulder pads. Oh, Steve. Don't tell me you're undercover? For now? Or for a long time? I've been placed here under secrecy by the other coven heads that are outside of the order, and they wanted me to, well, you know, investigate. But don't worry. Go and tell Eda. I'll keep an eye. One more thing, Steve. Have you seen Hooty? Yeah, he's tied in a sack in the middle of the cave. But he's heavily guarded. Okay. Please keep an eye on him until I get back. Alright, go.
Okay, so this is Matthew Wittebanes.
Yep, so
he's the youngest brother to Philip and Caleb Wittebanes. I can't believe it. Do you have any more journal entries so that I can find out more about the Deadwardian era and how Bellows could have possibly come into from the human realm to the Boiling Isles?
Look, kid, we don't have time for that. We have time to, make a plan and actually get Hooty out of there without anybody getting into trouble. And, wait, who's that? Lily! Oh, Lily, you look like you've seen a ghost. Actually, Eda, can I talk to you privately? Sure. Why don't we talk by the shore? Loose. Keep everybody inside. Me and Lily are just gonna talk.
Wait, where was Lilith?
Heh, I bet she went to go get ice cream without my... Wait.
Really, King? Is that the only thing you can think of right now? Is ice cream?
Look, Luce, when I'm stressed, I get hungry.
Okay, that's not really healthy, buddy.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I'm really worried about Hooty. My hormones are starting to grow, and I'm starting to get worried, and I'm starting to get even more hungry than ever.
Okay. Well, why don't we go back to, the glyph stuff?
Lily? Ow! Stupid rock. What? What's wrong? Okay, so I went to the cave, and I bumped into Steve, who I thought was one of the ex-Coven guards, but he's there undercover. And he told me where Hooty is. But then, as I'm looking around the corner, of course Kikimora escaped. She escaped, and she's in charge. But she's not the only one in charge, Eda. Then who is? Well, that's just it. He looks so familiar, but he's not familiar. He's another Bellows. Worse. Eda, I think it's a distant relative of Bellows, but I don't know who it was. I never learned the lineage or anything in this part of history. I swear, it's all locked up in my memory, and even if I could go back to the Emperor's castle, I wouldn't be back in time. And well, Lily, slow down. It's not your fault, okay? Look, now we know where Hooty is. Now we can make a plan of action. How many guards were there? At least over 1,000? It's as if they multiplied in one night. Huh. Where someone has magic. Obviously, Kikimora doesn't have that kind of power, right? I've never seen her do that kind of magic before, but Eda, if we don't do something now, something bad could happen to Hooty. Well, at the same time, I feel like it's a trap. I overheard Kikimora saying, as they were putting up this trap, saying that that's where me and you will go. She said that she's waiting for us, me and you. I don't know why. Well, hey, we've got our powers now, so let's go kick some serious Kikimora butt. No, Eda, that's what she wants us to do. I'm worried that there's something even more powerful in that cave. Well, okay, let's make a plan of action. Come on, I think Rainstorm has an idea. Okay, so this is the map of the cave. Thankfully drawn by Lilith all those years ago. Thank you. Okay, so, King, you, me, and Lilith, we will be digging into the tunnel system. It's a very old tunnel system, but we can get through just fine. Eda, you will distract the guards. How will I distract the guards? If I go in right away, then it's obvious. I'm there. Yay. Well, no. Here's the plan. Luce, you're gonna go in with your 2 glyphs. And then Eda comes in. And Eda will go after the main people. And if she ever reaches Kikimora, that's when we all need to join up. Amity, you'll go onto this side with your abomination magic. The only thing they don't have in their coven system is abominations, and they're not used to it. Wait, since when do you know this, Raine? Darius has been undercover? He's been undercover and they didn't even ask me to join? No offense, Lilith, but historian? But I'm also very good at tactics. Hello, ex-Emperor's Coven head. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Now what? Okay, Willow, Gus, and the rest of your friends. You'll stay here at the Owl House just in case they attack.
Don't worry, we'll set up traps.
Yeah, and I've got my illusions.
I knew I could trust you guys. Luce, when does the abomination come in again? Raine, when does Amity come in with the abominations?
As soon as Eda gives the signal, which should be a blast of fire, she'll say spicy toss. Yes, I get to use my spicy toss again. Yes, but we have to make sure we get this timed perfectly, because we should end up at this end of the cave. And that's where we should beat Kikimora. And Lilith said that there might be someone else too, so we'll have to take them both out. But in the meantime, we need someone to go after Hooty. I'll go after Hooty with my magic. But we'll need your help. No, you don't. you and Eda have your powers back. Okay. What, are you starting to doubt yourself, Lily? No, it's not that. It's just Okay, let's just do this. Lily, what's wrong? Well, I could have used my powers a long time ago to go against Emperor Bellows, but then I see this powerful being, and I don't know who he is, but he's a relative to Bellows. And Lily, calm down, okay? We're gonna get Hooty and we're gonna get out of that cave, and then we can deal with the ex-coven later. Right now, I need you to focus. Okay.
My liege, my ruler, may I ask why you need your little cousin?
Because Kikimora, he has all the answers. A long time ago, my cousin Bellows and his brother Caleb and Matthew, they all went through the Boiling Isles portal together into the demon realm. Of course, I followed them because I wanted to know if witches actually lived here. But after watching and observing all these years, Bellows had been doing everything wrong. He thinks he was talking to a titan. But the only person he should have been listening to was someone else. He should have been listening to me, saying we should have killed off the witches in the first place. But, of course, I was put on the other side of the island. And since I had heard of my cousin's rule, and everything that he had planned for the Boiling Isles, I knew I had to stop him. So then I could be the next ruler, that I could show that I was mightier than the Titan, and that I could take down my cousin.
Well, what's this got to do with the Clawthornes sisters?
Kiki. They're long descendants of Gwendolyn, and her great-great-grandmother was Evelyn, the witch that married Caleb Wittebane.
The one that produced witchlings. I see. So you want to get revenge on the Clawthornes too?
No, Kiki. I need their power.
What?
I've concocted a device that can get rid of their magic and transfer it into myself, thus making a biosac of my own into my human heart.
But it could possibly kill you.
Not with this. See this vial? I drink this. Then I create a magic biosac attached to my own heart, and it will drain any power. But who has the strongest power in the Boiling Isles? The Clawthorne sisters.
You mean that little purple vial can give you a biosac and give you powers just like us?
Yes, and then I will be the most powerful being in the Boiling Isles. Not Bellows. Good luck on trying to bring him back, by the way. He's long dead.
But we found traces that he went to the human realm, and maybe still bits and pieces of him could be there.
And if he did return, I would kill him myself.
Oh man. King, calm down. What's wrong?
I'm scared. What if this plan goes horribly wrong? What if something happens to Lilith and Eda?
Nothing bad is gonna happen to them, buddy. I mean, come on, they got their powers back.
I know, but Luce, I was also looking, and I think I found a part of their family history that I'd never seen before.
King, what do you know about the Wittebanes and the Clawthornes?